Incoming chat.
Hello, everyone. One more time to Incoming Chat, the podcast from Live Chat. And today we have Vovik Tsybulskyi, which is the head of inbound sales at Woodpecker and also the video host. So we have something in common. We're both putting our face in front of a camera, so that's kind of cool. And we're gonna try to talk about different aspects of marketing and things that Woodpecker is doing. And we're probably gonna focus a lot in email marketing. Which before I ask you your first question, I just want to say email marketing is one of the things I hated when I started doing marketing, because all I can see is the people leaving and signing off my newsletter, or just the bounce rate, and it was awful. And it took me a while. This is 2013, but it changed. And I remember I had experience trying Woodpecker, which is one of the best tools around. If you don't know it, go and check it out. But things are changing with email marketing. It's not just something that it's not a spam anymore. You can do a lot more. But before we get into the conversation, Bobby, if you can let us know what you've been doing for the last few years in Woodpecker and around the world.
All right. First of all, thank you so much for having me, Marcus. Woodpecker is my first job, actually. So
all right.
I've been working at Woodpecker for these years, finishing my studies in Wrocław here. So basically finishing study, also my private life. I got married.
All right, congratulations.
And a few months ago, my wife.
You need to call it wife from now on. Yeah.
My wife gave birth to our first child.
All right. Yeah. Jesus. So dad and married and first job. Busy year, man.
Yeah, busy, yeah, definitely.
So let's get straight into email marketing, because as a marketer and the people listening, which is mostly marketing experts, or they see the tool, they hear email marketing, but this is one of the things that sometimes it sounds even dirty. I remember when I joined a company not too long ago, one of the first things I said was like, right, well, what's your email marketing strategy? And I was like, whoa, we don't do email marketing. That's spamming our clients. And I understand where they're coming from, because I used to feel the same way. But how do you see it? How do you see the role of email marketing in a strategy?
So first of all, I want to remark something, because there is a difference between email marketing or content marketing, email marketing, and maybe sales automation or cold email marketing. Right? Because when we talk about email marketing, often what we have in mind is like sending newsletters to people, some maybe transactional emails and so on.
Unwanted email.
Right. So that's an email marketing for me. But for example, sales automation or email outreach or outbound, I don't know. There are so many ways to call it. But we are talking about cold emails. We're talking about email outreach, right? Because that's a different strategy. Because when we talk about email marketing, it's when somebody allowed you to contact them, right? And you contacting them. They just subscribe to your blog and so on. And they allowed, and you have permission to contact this person, and you send your materials, right?
Which is the ideal scenario.
Yeah, exactly. But cold email outreach is a little bit different, because you don't have this permission, first of all, right? So that's why we call it cold emails, right? Because they are completely cold.
Now, what things that Woodpecker does is basically make your email strategy, even if it's either cold email or email marketing or content marketing, whatever. It helps you to reach out to people, right?
Yeah. So maybe let me just add. Let's start maybe from the basic, right? Because when you use, again, email marketing, example, MailChimp. Like a lot of people use MailChimp, and when they use MailChimp, they use MailChimp's servers and IPs to send emails, right? So they just buy a package, how many emails they want to send each day or on a monthly basis. When it comes to Woodpecker, you connect your original mailbox. So if you use a Gmail or you use Outlook, you get a Woodpecker subscription, right? And you just connect your mailbox. So basically, Woodpecker is kind of email automation. You create a campaign that is being sent from your email address, right? So it can be a cold email campaign. It can be also you can contact existing clients. Maybe you want to, if you're a SaaS company like live chat, right? Maybe you want to communicate with incoming leads. So there are a lot of ways doing that, but it's a little bit a different strategy, first of all, and it's a little bit different approach because there are a lot of things that can spoil this. So you should keep it in mind and you should do it right. That's why you need to subscribe to our vlog.
Exactly, figure out, because I mean that's the biggest problem with email marketing is that most people they do it wrong. And that was my experience at the beginning. I remember when I joined this company, they had all this set of rules of how to do email marketing. We also had a package. I think we were using Benchmark at that time.
Maybe let's maybe change maybe not email marketing, but because it's like misinformation a little bit. Maybe let's call it email outreach. So that's quite general.
All right.
Email outreach, because email marketing, again, it's like newsletters, sending a lot of millions of
it's
emails.
Funny. It sounds to me like one of those things like we were talking last episode with a topic which is growth hacker, and we were trying to avoid the word hacking because it sounds dirty. It's same with email marketing.
But again, cold emails are not email marketing. Some people call it cold email marketing, but it's marketing basically, right? But again, email marketing, it's more content marketing. We even have a blog post, an article on our blog about the difference, right? So there is quite big difference between those two, those two words. Yeah.
Okay. But when, for example,
email outreach.
When you guys decide to use your personal email, right? Because the difference with Woodpecker and, for example, MailChimp, when you get an email from MailChimp, it says send by MailChimp. There's even a logo on the bottom.
As well. That's one of the differences. Yeah.
But when I get an email from your tool, I basically get an email from your personal account, right?
Your prospects, your people who you're reaching out to, they don't know that you're using Woodpecker in this case.
Okay.
So they just get a simple plain text email about, I don't know, anything, and they just feel like the personal approach, and that's a great thing. It's like it's like sending email from your original mailbox, whether it's Gmail, G Suite, I don't know, Outlook.
Do you think that works better, or do you think people get a little scared when they go, "Oh, it's a mass email," versus having an email from a personal account?
It depends on your strategy. Again, if you want to get potential clients. If you want to contact your prospects, people completely cold, right? Who don't know who you are. Exactly. That's why it's better to send a plain text email than to send a newsletter, because you don't send newsletters to those people again that.
If you
haven't subscribed, you're not
opt-in.
You're not allowed to do that. That's the big advantage of Woodpecker is that you can start completely cold, and it's legal.
Well, I mean, legal stuff is always good. I don't think we'll be promoting going illegal, but
of course, you should remember about GDPR, especially in Europe.
Especially in Europe is a big pain in the butt. But I mean, it's there for a reason. It's there because this is to protect everybody. Now, going back to strategies. I mean, you as a company, and I remember I was in Amsterdam once. I was mentoring for a startup boot camp in Amsterdam. I was mentoring a group, and we started with the basics. All right, so how are you going to build a strategy? How are you going to reach out? How are you going to do outreach? And I remember writing the name of Woodpecker because I knew it was different. And some of the mentors in Amsterdam, they were like, "Oh yeah, we know Woodpecker." Like, how do you know them? I'm like, well, they're right from my town. Like, I was very surprised. Yeah. Not because of the tool. I was surprised that you guys are doing a great job making your tool popular. So what are some of the things that you guys are using to promote a tool like Woodpecker as a SaaS, basically?
So those guys are from Poland, right?
No. I mean, completely. This Amsterdam. These guys were from England, I think, and this marketing guy.
Probably know them. Anyway, content. That's what you're doing here. That's what we are doing right now. Video content is brilliant, to tell the truth. But we have started from text content.
Like blog posts and articles.
Kathy, she's at that time she was like head of marketing. And she just like she's been publishing those articles each Thursday.
Oh, I used to read them.
Each
Yeah,
Thursday, for long years, and it worked well for us. So content and inbound marketing is an answer. But again, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes a lot of work simply to get this traction.
Yeah, of course.
So
how long you guys have been around for? The whole company?
From 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, to me, and I don't want to. This is not a way to look down on the company. I'm still very surprised that people around Europe, especially, they know the tool, because it's a great tool, and not just in the user interface and the way it works. It's just it changed the dirty thing of what we were just saying about email marketing, right? So you stop thinking of email marketing and you start thinking of it's just a way to outreach. It's just a better and simple way to outreach.
Yeah. So we really focused on one more thing, if you allow. We really focused on education. We really spend a lot of hours, a lot of, how to say, unpaid.
Oh yeah,
unpaid
we know those.
As a company, unpaid time simply to educate our customers. I remember my first days in Woodpecker, we've been interviewing, but also educating our first clients. It was really cool because we spent so many hours. Some of them didn't bought. We just been educating, showing them how they can use, and of course we've been receiving a lot of feedback, and it was really precious. Voice of customer was really important in early days and still now, 100%.
How much you guys have changed your idea from the beginning? I mean, I know you haven't been in Woodpecker for the whole history of Woodpecker, but how much you think from the first idea that you guys had till what you have now, how much the product has changed?
Wow, totally different product.
Yeah.
In terms of features, how it works, the quality, totally different product, because it was really basic version at the beginning, but right now it's really mature. And that's what I feel. I hope our clients feel it as well, especially those clients that
they've been with you guys in the beginning.
Yeah.
And now, for most companies, including us, it was great to go around the world, just talking to people about what we do. And obviously, with whatever happened with this pandemic, most software companies, they've been stuck, not even in their offices anymore, at home, right?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking now, how much you use your own product to do your own marketing.
I'm so happy. I'm sorry. I'm so happy that I'm so happy that you have asked this question, because I love our product. I mean, I'm sincere. I love our product because currently I have probably our team have probably 30 campaigns running.
All right.
To our inbound leads, people that register for a trial. So as inbound team, because our goal is simply to onboard people that register for a trial, to give them better experience, to help them. Again, our tool requires this education. People should know how this tool should be used, right? That's why we contacting them. And we use Woodpecker for that. So once somebody registers for a trial, this person automatically is in campaign. Our salespeople, also we have qualification. Our salespeople do a qualification process.
Okay.
And then this person goes to the funnel. And funnel is completely optimized as well. We use Woodpecker, and it works cool. For SaaS companies, I know that a lot of SaaS companies, they actually use Woodpecker, and mostly for cold emails. But I just wanted to show you another
the other
perspective.
Side, yeah.
We really have open rates, 60-70% open rates. People are really engaged thanks to those campaigns, to these emails, because they are personal. And if you really thinking about content, what do you write into those people, you can get really great results, and you can engage your customers even more. So
do you think that's the right direction? Is personalize more and more and more?
personalize more and more.
Yeah, I mean, especially the content. I mean, when you send emails, because you know your customers, right? And you don't write the same for everybody. I guess you segment your campaigns in different kind of customers and.
It really depends. Of course, we are not in enterprise sales. Like our basic subscription is like $40-$50. That's why we're not able to to personalize really in a high level.
Yeah.
But of course, we use basic personalization. For example, first names, company names, like titles. Yeah. It works.
Yeah, no, but I mean more about the content that you're sending out, right? When you have different segments of customers, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you have small companies, bigger companies, or individuals that they want to give it a shot. How will you guys approach to talking to them in different ways?
Yeah. Based on activity as well, based on also so there we're working on ICP as well. So it's work in progress based on ICP and our experiences with different types of customers. We also approach them differently, right? So there are, for example, lead generation agencies, agencies that generate leads for own customers,
yeah,
right?
okay.
So they have a lot of they have different requirements, different expectations, right? And different value for us, and of course we in different use case. And that's why we approach them differently. So based on our ICP, based on activity, basic activity in the tool, but also there are different so you have a funnel. You have people who just start in. You have people in the middle, active or less active. Then you have the end of trial, and then you have lost trials, people who decide to buy, right? So on this stage, we also approach those people in a different way. So it works on every stage. Even we manage, for example, people who try Woodpecker, then they there is no decision from their side to continue. Yeah, but we get back to them in 1-2 months, simply asking, do you want to try it one more time?
All right.
And it works for us as well. Some people get in back because maybe a month ago they didn't have much time to test it. Now they have. So we should use. So there are a lot of gaps in there may be a lot of gaps, and my task and my goal as a head of sales, head of inbound sales is to fill these gaps, and optimize the process 100%.
How many people is working in Woodpecker right now?
Around 60.
60?
Around 60.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first time I talked to you guys, it was like 15 people or something.
Still growing.
I had a full demo.
Growing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, but nevertheless, you're still a startup. You guys consider yourself a startup, or you feel that you passed that level?
That's a question that's a question basically to Matt, our CEO, Maciek. Guys, if you can see me, that's a question to you. Let us know, are we a startup or not? In my opinion, we are not a startup.
Okay.
So we have a lot of when it comes to culture, atmosphere, we're still a startup. Yeah, because we have a great atmosphere. That's 100%. But when it comes to business processes, our approach, maturity, we are not a startup.
Because with all the stuff that you've been mentioning, and to me, it sounds like a very mature company. There's not many companies that they understand that they need to build a sales funnel and how it works and how to automate one. I mean, even less. But for some of your clients, right? Some of your clients are probably small startups that they're trying to figure out. Okay, we need a communication tool. What's the first thing you try to educate them with? Because me as a marketing consultant, I have to start from the bottom, like from Jesus. Let's figure out your brands first. but you're at a certain point that you're ready to communicate. So what's the first step that you guys take with smaller companies?
So basically, we invite them simply to get on a call with us. Everybody who starts a trial in Woodpecker has a chance simply to get on a call, a 30 minutes call, to ask all the questions, to get the basic demo, and that's really cool. And when it comes to the first like educational step, is we always recommend to purchase a separate domain for our email outreach, simply to keep main domain in the safe place. That's basically the first recommendation, and then you need to take some other steps. For example, to warm up your email address before starting an email outreach, because it's really easy to get blocked, and then
I remember
cooperation stops. You know, so yeah.
Now, what's the whole? Or I remember back when I was telling you about my bad experience in the beginning when people just using email outreach or email marketing as a spam, basically, right? You will just send emails to everybody just to hopefully you're gonna get some people, but you're gonna lose tons of them.
Yeah.
And what are the best practices right now? Like if you can recommend a few things when you're crafting an email to outreach to possible customers or potential customers, what are the first steps that you will recommend companies do?
So first of all, think about, I mentioned those gaps in the process. Think about your process, like maybe not about acquisition only, but also how you can use emails. Simply those are remote times, right? And people using emails a lot simply to get to start those business conversations. Think about different ways of be creative when it comes to emails, and you should find your way. When it comes to cold email, the basic cold email and email outreach to prospects. So there is a technical side because as far as I know, 85% of emails in the world is spam.
Jesus, I didn't know. I'm going to have to write that down.
So that's why deliverability is important, right? That's why we have some recommendation when it comes to technical setup. Again, separate domain, right? Setting up email authentication records like SPF, DKM. You can check it out later. Warming up. That's like technical steps. But then goes content and targeting. Yeah. So you should know your target group. You should know maybe your ICP, ideal customer profile, or maybe you want to test it. Anyway. Targeting is important, who you're reaching out to, and also content. For me, content is the key, to tell the truth. I really rely on content, on personalization, and So
no, just this is a very personal question, because what I usually try to teach companies is when you have different segments of customers, right? You try to reach them out with their own language, and I don't mean idiom, I mean literally how they talk, cultural things. Do you guys try to do that sometimes? Or when you talk, for example, with a small company, do you focus on using, hey, we know how to be how is to be a startup or how to start, and then when you talk to the bigger companies, you change your approach?
We shouldn't lie, to tell the truth. If it's not true for us, first of all, I'm not doing cold emails on daily basis. So I had an interview with our head of business growth or outbound team. So he knows better. Maybe you should meet as well. But when it comes to like approach, I mean, you shouldn't lie. It should be concrete. You should ask questions. You shouldn't overload your content, your emails. I don't like long emails, really, because we live in a smartphone world. Like people using iPhones, generally phones, simply to check emails. If it's too long, of course, people don't read this. I like short messages. And what we need to keep in mind is when it comes to cold emails, is those the purpose of those emails is to start a business conversation, is to start a relationship, right? To ask a question. Then you can get on a call. Then you can meet in person. Maybe it's not possible now, but generally, cold emails, that's your initial contact. Yeah, but then you should move with better how to say, you should go wider. You should get on a call. Yeah.
So I mean, obviously content.
So short question. Yeah. It's important. Like you asking a question, and a relationship can be started from a short question. Yeah, that's just an idea.
No, that's definitely good because I know content writers and content creators, they're always trying to figure out what is the right way to approach a customer, especially on the first time, or even if it's the second or third touch, it's still like, okay, how I keep this going?
Yeah.
And I know you guys started video content not too long ago, and you're basically the face of that video content. How is that working? And why do you guys decided to start that?
Mm-hmm. So we've been talking about video content for long years, to tell the truth. But we were so busy. I was busy building a team, inbound sales team, and team. Hi guys, I love you. I mean, they are doing so well, and now I just realized that I have more time simply to start an internal project, a new project. We've been keeping in mind for so long. That's why just the main purpose on this stage is education. Of course, and then we want to support acquisition when it comes to finding new clients. On this stage, it's more educational content. So if you're interested in how to start an email outreach and how to use Woodpecker, you're welcome.
No, that's pretty cool because we didn't start making video just because let's make video. I mean, everybody's making video right now, right?
Yeah,
so the competition is huge.
I just want to add that you're so inspiration to me because
come on.
I mean, I'm so serious because I dropped you online on LinkedIn. I told you that, and I mean, I like what you're doing, guys.
I mean, and based on that, I'm going to ask you a question.
A lot of education as well. Yeah,
it is.
But you go wider.
We're trying to focus on delivering a lot of knowledge. And for free. It's just like, look. That's knowledge. You do whatever you do, and you remember who we are. But one of the things that we're trying to do a lot is to keep it authentic. And I was reading not too long ago that authenticity is overrated, but I don't think so. Personally, I think one of the reasons why people watch the stuff that we do is because we're real. We don't cover anything with BS. Yeah. It's just directly look. This is who we are. This is what we do.
Important.
So how do you think you apply authenticity in a marketing strategy in general or sales strategy? Do you think being honest 100%? Because sometimes like being honest could backfire, right?
That's 100%. You know, I was watching Gary Vaynerchuk video this morning, and that's what exactly he said. Like to be authentic, to be to tell your own story, right? And that's what I'm trying to figure out. You know, having a lot of thoughts about authenticity, and I'm still trying to figure it out for myself. But I think it's important. Can you be honest 100%? I don't know. I still don't know. Like people, I don't know, to tell the truth. But for me, it's work in progress. When it comes to videos and the content we make, video content, right? I'm working on that. Because, again, I understand that it's business. And maybe I should be formal. Maybe I should be informal. Again, I'm trying to figure it out.
I guess you need to test, right? You need to test different things.
Yeah. Right? What works. Because now I'm authentic. Yeah? Because it's an interview and I feel so relaxed.
That's good. That's our idea.
When it comes to business communication, and I want to get more feedback from people that watch those videos. Then based on that, I want to adjust.
Cool.
Let's say.
So I'm just going to ask you, just to close down the episode, for companies starting their sales strategy or whatever, what will be the stack that you recommend? Obviously, Woodpecker, I'm sure, will be one of the things you recommend.
Starting an email,
or tools that you will recommend them to use. Not just on the email side, but in general. Like, what are the tools that you're usually using as a company to reach out?
So I'm not in Pipedrive partnership program, but I love Pipedrive when it comes to CRM. So of course, if you have like distraction, a lot of stuff going on, of course you should have CRM, right? Yeah. For some people, it's clear. It's for other people, it's like it's a new thing. But Pipedrive, of course, you should use a live chat on a website. Live chat is a great thing, yeah. But of course, you should have agents. Yep. Like you should have people, because live chat, that's good. But if you don't have somebody,
if you don't have people, doesn't do anything.
Handles that, it makes no sense. And when it comes to outreach, I would recommend, of course, Woodpecker. Woodpecker is great because it provides you with a great deliverability. If it's important for you to so your message to be delivered into main inbox, not into promotions. Woodpecker is your choice.
Cool. So Pipedrive, live chat, and Woodpecker. I'm definitely going to add some information about you guys in the description below. And it's been a pleasure having you, man. I'm sure you guys are going to go far, and I love the tool. And for everybody listening, we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Vovik.
Thank you.
And now is heavy music playing.
We really want to hear from you, so make sure you leave a comment in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you next time.
Incoming chat.